How's it, guys? I want to share with you a story today that was in the Namib Times. It's our local district newspaper. An incredible story about a British guy that plans to run 94 marathons in 94 days from the west coast of Africa, starting in close to us in Henties Bay, to all the way to Mozambique. I'm going to read you some of the story. It says 94 marathons in 94 days, running from Namibia to Mozambique. Adventure runner Brendan Rendall is running across Africa from Namibia to Mozambique. Randell began his epic challenge in Henties Bay on 3 June and has been running northeast through Namibia and has already passed Otjiwarongo and Grootfontein and is currently heading towards northeast towards Rundu. His ETA in Rundu is 26 or 27 June. That is today. Today is 27 June. From Rundu, you will continue along the Caprivi Strip and into Zambia at Katima. From Zambia, Randell will cross into Malawi and finally run through Mozambique to Pemba on the east coast of Africa. The anticipated finish date is 26 August. It's about 2 months from now. Brendan plans to run at least one marathon. It's 42 Ks, 42 kilometers, 26.2 miles every day until he and his team reach the coast of Mozambique. He will complete his challenge around the end of August 2018, having run 94 marathons in 94 days. With a total distance of 4,000 kilometers and average miles per day of 26.2, Libby Bowl is Randall's support cyclist, who is also a teacher and adventurer from Wiltshire in UK. He's already cycled around New Zealand, speaking at schools to raise awareness about plastics in the ocean. Randell and his team are self-supporting, camping en route. The primary aim of the challenge is to raise 1.3 million Namibian dollars to build vital hostel accommodation for vulnerable orphans at the Friends of Mulanye Orphans Secondary School in Malawi. Running between 40 and 50 Ks a day. Now this, when I read this, I just had one question, and that's why. Why would you do 40 kilometers? I mean, that's crazy enough, okay? People have long invented vehicles to travel that far. I mean, you don't have to jog that far. That's crazy. Why would you do something like this? I was wondering. And it says further on, all this hardships that he has to endure through this journey is incredible. And this morning when I read this story, I felt God speak to me in a way that each of us has difficulties we are going through, whatever it might be. You might be going through a difficult time at work or in relationships or through a divorce or whatever it might be. This is some of his, Brendan Rendall's difficulties. Just listen to this. Running between 40 and 50 Ks most days means rising at 5 a.m. to beat the midday heat. Trust me, it can get hot here in Namibia. Physically, it's an enormously tough challenge, said Randell. Combating sandstorms, wild animals, extreme temperatures, and illness. Now, but he says this, but the purpose of the fundraising keeps my mind focused on the final goal. Just listen, isn't that just incredible? He said the purpose of the purpose of the fundraising keeps my mind focused on the final goal. And I thought about this. How often do we as Christians think about the purpose God created us? Do we keep our aims on the final goal ahead of us? Like as the Bible says that faith is to be sure of something you don't see and to be hopeful of that you wish for. And this story was incredible about this man running so far to raise money for someone else, not even for him. He gets nothing out of this deal except the battering every day, running 42 kilometers. He went on saying, "It's my first time visiting Namibia, and the stunning landscape of this beautiful country has taken my breath away. But the most remarkable part of this journey has definitely been the kindness and generosity of the Namibian people. This has been extremely overwhelming. Strangers having invited us to stay in their homes, mended our equipment, and welcomed us to their family dinner tables. We owe the people of this great country a debt of gratitude we will never be able to repay." That's an incredible thing to say about a country, eh? And I just felt like encouraging you guys today. If you feel tired and weary, just keep this in mind. The purpose of what you are doing is to one day stand before God and hear a well done, my good and faithful servant. And may that continue to drive you, may that continue to encourage you in tough times, in difficult circumstances. I think that's an incredible journey to learn from this guy's epic challenge that he's taking on.